Hey, how's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you're about to hear. And the world is on fire with ice.
Yeah.
Um, people are trying to take vacations. It's just old people are dying, mobster style. Lots of stuff going on in the world. I don't know if we're going to talk about any of that, but that's what's
Yeah,
going
well,
on in the world. That's the
I
brief
think
rundown of the state of the country.
all those preppers, dude.
Yeah,
All
they're
those
having the
preppers
last
are
laugh.
yeah. I mean, if you think about it, this year
So is
is
this
at
mainly
least
just in Texas?
well, I mean, dude, even here, did you see the video I sent to the
hmm
chat?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably like 4 or 5 inches.
But how is it cleared up?
No, it's still I think it's just about to get above 32. So it's probably start clearing up tomorrow. It's supposed to hit like 40 and
Yeah,
then 57 on Sunday.
Hmm.
So
the
like but
floods and the
but
floods.
yeah, that's going to be interesting to see if my house can make round 2 of the weather here. But it's watching what happened in Texas was pretty crazy. So I read an article today, and it was the ERCOT is the basically they're like the management of the energy in Texas. They manage everything. So most states are run like by like federal organizations, and Texas is unique that they have like their own state run energy organization.
Mhm.
And basically, this is what the guy said. He goes, if we didn't do the rolling blackouts and didn't do what we did, like the grid would have been screwed for months instead of, you know, this period of time of a couple weeks or so.
Which I think actually it's I think 99% of the people have power back right now or limited power.
Yeah, I think they've definitely figured it out, but it just seemed like they didn't weatherize their stuff. They didn't fucking this happened in 2011 and they didn't update their systems or do anything. Um, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's a tragic thing. I think 40 something people have died as a result of losing power.
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, it got cold. It was cold.
Wow.
It was 0 degrees, five
Yeah.
degrees, 10 degrees in your house, like 20, you
People
know?
were people were in their cars and then they couldn't get gas and then of course and then
Yeah.
there's a run on all the food stores. Like all the grocery stores are empty. I'm like, where are they putting this food?
Well,
You got
that's
no
the thing
power.
is a lot of stuff
Well,
was
if it's
going
cold
bad.
out.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, actually.
But I
Yeah.
was sitting there. I'm like, if it was so fucking cold, how did your food go bad?
Yeah.
Like, if it
Exactly,
went,
Dan.
like, why wouldn't you just put it outside or?
Maybe this is all just a
Yeah.
hologram. Maybe we're just seeing holograms.
Well, okay,
False flag event, guys.
Now, hear me out.
It never even snowed at all in
Okay,
Texas.
okay. So you remember back in like 2000, Mike? I don't know if you remember this. You probably don't know this. So like back in like 2005, 2006, Alex Jones was talking about weather machines,
Oh,
right?
DARPA. He's talking, yeah, DARPA.
Well, no. But
HARP.
like, yeah, HARP. Yeah, the HARP is like the project name.
How they
Um,
controlled the weather?
Yeah, they can but so check this out. China, okay, has been publicly saying that they've been controlling their weather for a minute. And so what they use airplanes and these like big machines in certain areas like to help like with like humidity and like stuff like they, look what is the called? Like not steam. I don't know, like they release water vapor into the air to get it up there, whatever. They have all the science stuff going on. And they said by 2025, like they'll be able to completely control their climate in like the northwestern part of their country. And it's like if they're out there just outrightly saying it, it's probably what's been going on. So I just want to know why the HARP project was used in Texas. Okay.
Well, I've heard Alex
Wow.
Jones talk about this, but not back then. This is more recent.
How can, but
Well,
how
the
can
HARP,
he?
I mean, the HARP thing has been it's pretty much in the cultural zeitgeist. I mean, like Jesse Ventura did it on his show.
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan did when he did the Joe Rogan Questions Everything. I
Mhm.
think he did an episode on HARP. And they go up to the facility and the guys won't let him in. And they're like, why not? And
Yeah.
probably because you can't go in there. I don't
Well,
like,
I mean,
this is a scandal.
well, how is that not like crazy that we're at a point where we can change the weather of our stuff? But like, why wouldn't we have these in every state? And then when it rain, when like California, and it's like a big giant fire, just turn on the rainstorm.
Well, can they
The elites.
can they do it that much? Is it just more like slight manipulation to it? Is it or full on like, hey, we can make it rain, or is it just
I
drop
think
it down by 10% or give it a like? Is it?
as far as I know, when I've read that during the Beijing Olympics was like in 2000, whatever, like 16 or whenever it was, they had used it to create like stormy weather or like snow or something. Like they've helped do it. They've done it before. Like, so it's not, I don't know how like slight changes, but how much do you need to affect the weather? Like in England back in the early 1900s or maybe 30s and 40s, they had so much smog, like and stuff, and like so much pollution that it changed the climate for a while. So like,
but yeah, no, my thing is that okay, let's say it's 40% chance of snow.
Right.
Is it just them being able to manipulate it to say, okay, it's going to be 70% chance, or can they, let's say, 0% chance of snow, and then you're telling me that they can just manipulate it and make it snow?
I don't know about temperature. Obviously, that'd probably be a way harder thing to regulate, like or to determine. But when it comes down to like where, let's say the setting is you have like a 5% chance of rain, they can crank that up to be like 90% by.
You think they can go that much?
Yeah, they shoot like electricity into the sky like Zeus. Well, I mean, technically that's kind of what it is because they use, what is it like electromagnetic stuff because they're basically affecting the atmosphere. People
are charging it. Basically.
Yeah, people blaming climate change. Maybe it's these giant antennas zapping the atmosphere.
Everyone's talking about climate change because of what's going down in Texas, and it's been obviously on the tip of everyone's tongue. I think saying like, well, you hear the climate change deniers saying, well, climate change looks like it, whatever. Obviously, there's going to be varying swings of climate during this process, because I guess we're coming at the end of the ice age. We're at the end of the last ice age, so like it's been over the course of the past couple thousand years, few thousand years, we've been kind of coming out of it, so that it would be natural for us to kind of go back to a warmer climate. So like it would make sense that things are going to be swaying back and forth in certain areas of the world.
And it makes sense that the world leaders want to control it. We call this as weather warfare. Okay, that's the future of warfare is weather warfare.
You could cause floods. I mean, you could cause floods.
Fukushima, Dan, they learned their lesson, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Fuck with America.
I don't know if they could fuck with temperature though. I don't think they could fuck with temperature.
No, but I don't know if they can control it like as much as you're saying. I think they can manipulate it a little bit.
It's literally just a giant knob, Michael. It's one giant knob, and you just turn it up to like 80%, and then you have this and a joystick where you aim the satellite.
See, I think it's more like this. I think it's like, okay, it's 60% chance it's going to rain. They can dial it up maybe to make it like 75%, 80% chance.
Okay, yeah. But like even then...
That's what I think they can do. I don't know, though.
I don't know, but like, okay, they want it to rain in like a certain part of China, right? Like they want it to rain up there because they want to like have more farmland. They want to do or whatever they want to do. What would be the benefit of just increasing your chances? Why would I would feel like they can actually they probably have more control than what we would think because technology is advancing so fast. I mean, just think about what we had in the 90s.
So you're saying all they can do is make it rain. If they can't control temperature, then they can't make it snow.
Well, they might be able to control humidity, which affects temperature. Like if you can control the humidity and the amount of water vapor in the air, like that could probably affect the temperature too.
So they can control temperature, you're saying?
Maybe not. Maybe that would be more marginalized. I don't know how. Listen, I'm not a scientist. I just read an article. I'm not saying it's real. I mean, but they are openly talking about it.
What are you talking about? It says it on this headline here. No, I didn't read it. No, but right here it's in the headline.
I read it, but it's kind of like basically what they can do is they can create variables in favor of an outcome that they want. That's basically
control it. They're like charging the molecules in the apparatus sky space
and the upper dorsimus connected to the upper stratomus.
The upper atmospheres, they're charging molecules. And you ever boil water, guys?
Okay, I have a fucking question. So we can go to fucking Mars, but you don't believe that we can fuck with the Earth's atmosphere a little bit?
Come on, you go to Mars.
I believe we can.
They're in like a fucking dirt pit that somebody dug out where they're like excavating where a new Walmart's going to be. What are you talking about, Mars? Give me a break, everybody. Everybody knows Mars is red. We've seen the movies. Now that's
I mean,
another thing with the Perseverance. Is that what it's
yeah,
called? The thing that got there. That's
the thing.
gets bumming around, taking pictures.
Well, I mean, I actually watched a pretty cool video on it, and they detailed how just advanced this one they just sent is, and it's cool because so like when they sent the first one, oh, however many years ago, the radius that it was going to land in was like 500 miles, like 500 square miles, like that's the general area. So like, and it could take months for them to get to the location, or a year, because it goes so slow. You know,
Yeah.
they drive an hour a day, and the thing's out of batteries. The thing they just sent is the size of a car.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
Yeah.
So like it just can't really go far, and it's got to do its tests and stuff along the way. But so this square mile they were able to drop it in was like 5 square miles. So in the span of like 10 to 15 years, they've been able to go to a radius, like a bullseye. They can basically put it wherever they want now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to check out this like pool of water. That's what this thing is really going there for.
It's gonna take 60 years to get there. It's we
Yeah.
got time.
I think they're saying it would take 8 to 12 weeks. That's how close they are.
God damn. It's crazy. It is crazy. Did you listen to the audio? Because there's like a video that came back.
Yeah, that's not real.
No, when it's just wind noises. It's just like it's just atmosphere noise. It's not
been
real.
Debunked. It's been debunked. It was from the last one, Adversity or whatever, the one before.
Oh, okay.
And it was, but that sound, the audio is fake. As far as that's what I've heard.
Lame.
Did you not see all the people getting roasted for sharing that? Like everyone was shitting on Ted Cruz and or of Texas, saying like because everyone was blaming the windmills, and then they showed the meme of, I think it was like AOC or somebody shared it, and it was windmills in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you guys didn't see? I don't know.
I didn't see that. No.
It ended up being fake because windmills, if you've ever seen them in real life, dude, they're like 200 feet tall.
Yeah, I've seen them in West Virginia.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, so in the video, like they have all these penguins and shit, and the penguins are like, like, I don't know, they would have to be like 20, 30 feet tall to stand next to these things. Like it was just so bad. It was so badly done. It was a mock up for some climate crap in Antarctica like 10 years ago. Someone made it up, but everybody is 25% of the grid in Texas is solar powered. Mm-hmm. So when when everything got frozen, no matter how hard the wind was blowing, I don't know though, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know how it works in Wyoming, but there's fuck tons of windmills in Wyoming, like crap tons. So I don't know if they just don't use them during the winter or
why, because they get frozen.
I mean, it gets cold. It just doesn't. It's not as humid in Wyoming, So it's not as much ice. I don't know. It's a lie too. So I don't know, because everything melts because stuff heats up during the day to like 45, and then it melts, and it goes to like -30 or whatever at night. So I don't know. I've flown plenty of times in that area, and I've seen them, and I feel like I've never seen them stop moving, but I'm not sure. Like I just can't remember a time where I saw the windmills not moving or like looking like they're frozen, like what I saw in Texas. Because the Texas had ice and everything like all over the place. So
you think they're going to put windmills on Mars, or do you think it's all going to be nuclear energy?
I mean, it should be nuclear energy.
I want to show everybody this. Okay, I laughed so hard when I saw this.
What is it?
Am I sharing the screen? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I laughed so hard when I saw this. You know why?
Why?
Because like the conspiracy people, they're going to be like, see, they're playing games.
But that's
NASA's
not real.
Playing games. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, but they were like retweeting like Lego, the state, like all these CGI like cartoon versions of it landing and stuff like that. And I was like, like somebody like Lord Stephen Christ is just like, this is what they do. They're trying to normalize it. They're trying to normalize the idea that this is fake. You're being lied to. Although, it's crazy. You go look at this picture. The first picture that was ever sent back by this thing. If you look at the picture,
it's Matt Damon.
It's just Matt Damon in the distance. I mean, you're just like, oh, that could be it could be somebody's backyard.
What the hell?
That's the picture.
Yeah, that's the first one.
On that.
That's the first one. Mike's like, there's no windmills. Can't live out there on Mars.
Well, like so
where are you gonna get power?
It's actually pretty cool. I watched it live, and it was pretty neat to see. It's just so bullshit, too. Every single person in NASA was double fucking masking, like fucking shills. Yeah, all of them, dude. And
why? Okay, why are they wearing a double mask? Why don't they just wear a better mask?
Well, okay, that's fair. Yeah. So what I think they were wearing N95 masks.
Okay.
And then a cloth mask over it. It's just the fucking because the CDC did a study that 95% or whatever they said. It's fucking garbage. They're just trying to control. They're trying to make you do more. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, dude. I don't even wear one mask. I'm definitely not wearing fucking two.
Yeah, I don't wear a mask either. I hate those things.
I'm just telling you guys, like, all this stuff is suspect. Okay, you look into things like space, you look into things like dinosaurs. It seems like a lot of bullshit.
It probably is.
Honestly, I think all of these things are adding up to prove to you whether it's HARP technology, it's what's going on with the power grids, it's windmills, it's going to Mars. Everything is telling you that you're in a simulation, dude. You're just being manipulated. Okay.
I mean,
video games, buddy.
It could.
I watched this documentary like last week called "The Glitch in the Matrix" about simulation theory, and I'm convinced.
Well, you know what, Sean?
What?
You know what's even worse than a simulation?
It being real.
It being real. That's what I was gonna say. So, if it is, it's real, and that's what we're living in. And
well, you want to hear the darkest part of that, Michael? Is like if this is bad. What do you think the actual life is like? If this is an escape from your actual life,
yeah,
how bad is it up there?
We're all in CCP battery factories.
America, the world is China. Exactly.
Don't wake me up.
I got a tube. I got a tube directly connected to my dick. It milks me for my cum. In the future, cum in the real world, that's how we power things. We don't use windmills or nuclear energy.
Well, it's
we use cum.
It's a salt fusion reactor. So
exactly. Well, who knows what the physics and what the laws of science are up there? They don't even have science. They just have cum.
It's the best conduit.
Like,
actually,
can you just like imagine like the Matrix pods? You know how when they show you everybody in the eggs, except it's just dudes getting fucking sucked off by a machine, and they're in pain. But you're in excruciating, awful pain. You're just never comfortable.
But why would they even have to jerk you off? Wouldn't it just have to like be like a tube in you to just pull it out? That would be like way less work.
The Chinese overlords are benevolent, if nothing. You know what I mean? They don't want to take everything from you.
I guess.
Here's what I never understood.
If we're gonna steal your cum, we might as well. We can build a machine to.
I mean, it's fair, dude.
If we're in a simulate like in the Matrix, and they got all those people up there harvesting them, why would they even make the robots? Why would they even make like another world for us to live in?
So that we're docile and that we just like grow in a vat, I guess. Mike, I'm not saying it all adds up. Because why would they? Honestly, like if the robots are so smart, how have they not like figured out to get the workaround of having humans as batteries? Like what the fuck?
That's a good point. Yeah.
How have they not figured this out yet? I saw the end of the Matrix 3. There's one of these dudes. He's got all this swirling shit. He's like liquid metal face.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy exists. And he needs the battery people. Why?
That's a good point, dude. That really kind of makes the whole Matrix look really retarded now. You're like, what? You couldn't figure anything out?
Because it's just like that movie is like it's a series that should have only been one movie. Because once you start like picking it apart and like you have to go, you're like, what? Well, okay, what's going on? Like, what's the story here? Then it stops being credible or something. Like something in your brain is just like, oh, this is bullshit now. But the first one only gives you so much. So it's very entertaining. So you're not really paying attention to the finer details.
Wait until
the first one's the only good one. The other ones are kind of not that good.
Wait until Matrix 4 comes out. It's about transsexuality.
Holy shit, that's really coming.
Yeah, yeah. They finished finished filming a few months ago.
You're lying.
No, they did. Actually, they were in the news because they had a rap party in Germany, like because they finished filming and like all the crew and stuff. They go and have a party at the end of filming, and they called it like a work day so that they could have the party, so they could get around like German law because they were like in Germany and they got caught.
And obviously, nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. Of course not.
Did you see that yoga studio that got caught? And like the police beat the crap out of this guy
Why?
for
Where?
doing yoga. I was like Europe somewhere.
Oh,
Like he was like, you just see a bunch of people running out the back, and the dude has like his billy club, and he just like kneecaps the fucking dude, and he's like, ah, and he's like, y'all go to fucking yoga here. Oh, like it's like Australia or some shit, dude. Talk about fucking crazy, dude. Australia
it's like just trying to do yoga.
is doing another lockdown, dude. They have like 5 cases.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because they're doing the same thing that New Zealand did, kind of. Where
Yeah.
they're just like, 2 cases, locking it down for another 3 months, guys.
How are
There's
people
like,
living?
Dude, it's crazy.
well,
man.
I think Australia, they get welfare, don't they? Get like money from the government.
Yeah, but like it's
think
just not
that
sustainable.
Canada gives money to people monthly.
Nah,
They work.
No,
they do, when they go into lockdown. They do. I think.
I don't think so.
I believe so.
Sean, I watched so much Viva Frey, dude. Why wouldn't he bring that up?
Well, because I think he might not. He might be like too high of an income bracket to get it now or something.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they might do it to poor people, but we do that with our poor people too.
no, we don't.
We don't
Yes,
give
we
them.
do.
We're not
Yeah, we
giving
do.
people. I'm saying we're not giving people like monthly.
Yes,
we're not
we
paying-
are.
What are
Hey,
you
here's
talking
a question: Can
We-
you collect
no, we are,
unemployment if you quit your
Yeah.
job now?
about? No.
I thought Biden passed something. If you felt unsafe from
No.
the corona,
Oh well, you could maybe try
maybe.
to make an argument, and you could call Joseph Biden yourself.
didn't
Yeah.
he pass something?
Joe.
Mike, I don't know. You're
told me not to wear masks, Joe.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I would have to call your local unemployment office and find out.
I don't know. I don't want it, but I was. Just
I mean, because
wondering.
actually, they'll probably just turn around and be like, "Oh no, you just sue them."
Yeah.
And then you'd have
Well-
to not be a liar, Michael.
No,
Oh.
but we do.
fraudster.
We have unemployment for people who lose jobs. That is welfare. That is what it is. So if you lose your job as a result,
I'm just talking about in relative to like this. Like
No, Dan. If they say you have to
stimulus-
lock down, you have to stay home.
yes,
the
that's what
stimulus
they
stuff.
did.
You're not listening. It's just like a monthly stimulus. People get it. That's all I'm saying. It's,
Yeah, but
I don't
not,
know.
like
if,
you said,
I
it's
couldn't.
not
I don't
everybody.
remember. I don't remember if it's Canada or not. I know it happens in other countries. I think Australia does it. I think New Zealand was doing it. But
I don't
they're very, population wise, they're small countries. So it's not exactly
Which-
the same thing.
Yeah, but their economies are, and it's not even nearly as big. So I don't know. I don't know. All I know is America, we do it too. Like we do it. We do give if you lose your job to the pandemic because they have to shut down businesses. That's what we did. Paycheck protection program, not just stimulus checks themselves, which I guess another one is coming sometime. They're saying, but
It's never coming. They're going to take that. They approved the budget. Now they're just going to reallocate it to Joe Biden's dog.
probably, dude. I don't even
No,
care.
Joe Biden's dog has a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! His pet
He's
dog.
like-
What kind of dogs does he got?
I like a golden retriever, whatever he wants that's easy to fuck. Because he's an old man, he's got to catch that thing.
Yeah.
Well, the dog tried to kill him, broke his leg or whatever. Remember that? Like she said, he tripped out of the dog when just happened to be in the shower with the dog. What a weirdo! What a weirdo!
Me and the pup.
I don't know, man. I think there's enough to say that Joe Biden's first month or so, a couple months is like a fucking pretty much a failure on every
Why?
level. Did you listen to his town hall that he had?
No.
Mike, he straight up says, no bullshit. Basically, I'm gonna do a roundabout, way he said it, paraphrase, whatever. He goes, hey, whatever's going on in Hong Kong, I can't comment on it. What's going on with the Uyghurs, and I can't comment on it because we have different cultural norms, us in China. Basically, that's what he's like. He said it's okay because like he shouldn't say anything, and like what's going on in China, like it was so bad.
And he literally said that, like, for Xi Jinping, he's in a position where it's like if he wants to stay in power, he has to let those things happen. Basically, it was just weird. It was a weird thing because he didn't have to say anything. That's the thing. He didn't have to like really get into it. He could have just been like, those are things that are happening, and we're looking into it. We'd like to know more, and we'll get back to you. We'll come back around to that.
And are people giving him help for it?
No. Just me and Dan.
They're right.
Me and Dan lit him up. We lit him up, dude. We were looking at his fists to see if he was making.
Dude, he did
fists.
this. He did this, Mike. He said unified. He made a little fist. It was like
Really?
very, very communist China. Yeah.
He did that?
Yeah. He goes like, oh, because China needs to be a tightly unified. And you're like, oh, it's the red fist. It's what it is.
It was crazy.
No, but it was pretty disgusting. And then basically every single thing that he said on the campaign trail, he's backtracking on, except the racial equity stuff. That's the only thing they've kind of stuck to.
Because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't cost them anything. They don't have to do anything really.
Well, they know the law will protect them from having to do it because it's illegal.
Well, yeah. Parts of it are illegal. I mean,
no, it's all illegal.
Having federal employees like go to those classes, they can mandate that. They can be like,
no, I'm not talking. That's not equity. I'm talking about the equity stuff they're proposing.
Oh,
like
that's
people of color.
I was talking about how they rolled because Trump had done an executive order to like ban like equity training in federal jobs.
Critical race theory,
which is part of his equity training. It's about how to be equitable.
It encapsulates all of it.
Anyways,
yeah,
it's like I don't even remember what I was saying, but whatever. But yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Man, Biden.
I mean, Biden is it's pretty gross, man. Like they don't know anything. Like every day, like at least Kayleigh McEnany was fucking like had to be on her shit because everyone was questioning her so hard. She was pretty good at her job as far as like being quick. Always had information for them. Psaki or whatever her name is kind of like it's boring.
What's going on with the Donald? What's he doing?
He's holding a fundraiser for Mike Lee. I think Matt Gaetz and something at Mar-a-Lago this weekend. $10,600 per couple.
Oh wow!
That's how much.
So is he gonna run again?
Yeah, I mean they no one said the first time he has spoke after being removed from the White House, however you want to say it. He just went on because Rush Limbaugh, like the famous radio talk show guy, died. So like he went on Fox News like a few times that day. He was like, yeah, he was a good guy. He's a friend or whatever. So and he's like, they were like, oh, well, we have to ask. And he just goes like, I'm going to tell you this. Like there's a lot that's going to come out in the next few months is basically what he said. So he's going to run again. Yeah. I bet. If I had to put money on it.
I thought his son was going to run.
They were trying to position like his daughter and his son to like be
January 6th.
Hold lower political office, like governors, senators type stuff, I think.
Oh, okay.
But you won't hear anything for a couple of years. They got to let all this stuff die down.
Yeah, die down from the Capitol.
You got to watch Biden butt fuck us into 2012.
Which is crazy. I'm still so shocked about this whole Capitol thing.
What are you shocked about?
Well, I'm just shocked about how they used that versus how they used all the riots over the summer. How they told the stories of them. Different.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think you can say there's definitely a difference between like a riot happening in like a
but they were destroying cities.
No, I know that. I don't care, honestly. I'm just like, whatever. I'm glad those people got juiced a little bit. I'm glad they were afraid for 45 minutes. That's to see how everybody else fucking feels when like this is happening to their businesses and their neighborhoods and stuff like that. Go fuck themselves. As far as I'm concerned, they were impotent for a year. They did nothing to help people because half the times they were worried about their political careers.
Well,
they were worried about the optics of things. They didn't want to do things because it would have looked bad, and they, I guess that's what happened. You know,
what action would you rather have had them take? In your opinion,
during the riots?
No, the riots, of course. I'm talking about riots,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, those they don't have authority to do that.
No, but you can put pressure, and you can totally acknowledge it and put pressure on people. Yes, I mean it's pretty standard stuff. They wouldn't even talk about it. They actually said, "Well, people are going to do what they're going to do." Shit like that. You're just like this disgusting.
Larry Nadler said Antifa was a myth. So.
Well, or it's an idea. That's the thing that even President Biden said that, during a debate. It's an idea. Like, you're like, okay, guy, like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they had Chads. They had a Chad zone And it's like they literally took over blocks of a city. And
maybe Trump should have enacted the Insurrection Act and fucked them up.
yeah.
Maybe he should have.
But I'm just saying how when that was all going on with the Chads, they weren't saying this is ridiculous. They were like, "Oh,
it's a summer of love."
yeah,
While people are being shot and raped.
This is what happens when we have an unjust system and blah blah. That's how they were pitching it. And then when it happened at the Capitol, it was like, "Oh, this is horrible. How could this happen?"
Yeah, well, it's because they hit the institution, and the institution has a lot of meaning. They don't care about real people. They only care about their political gains and their job. Like, look at Ted Cruz. Like, I like Ted Cruz, but damn, dude, that looked bad optically to fly to Cancun when all of your fucking constituents are without power.
Yeah, it was
kind of slimy. It was slimy.
He should have just said his family.
Well, there's that, but like, I was trying to be a good dad. Well, I understand that, I guess. Like, if you have the ability, like if your family's freezing and you have the income and the resources to be able to get your family to get to Cancun or go somewhere, like why did it have to be Cancun? Why couldn't it have been Florida? Why couldn't it have been?
Yeah, it just looks bad. Because
like Vegas,
like a vacation spot.
Well, it's just
what's
gross.
the problem with it? Is he like a senator or a leader down there?
Yeah, he's a senator of Texas. He's one of the two
that's
senators.
Fucking bad. But I would have sent my family.
In his defense, he had already done everything that he could practically do as a representative of the state, but optically it just looks bad, and that's really the whole story. Is that it looks bad?
I mean, it's okay. It's like, but it's. I think about being a leader, like in a sense, like you should.
Yeah, it's optics. It's just like it looks bad.
No, he should
have went down.
It's not optics. It's like leadership. It's like real leadership. Like that's what Like I don't. Come on, man. Like it's.
What would I do now? What did I do?
Yeah. Anyways,
I dropped my water bottle. Sorry.
Yeah,
but he should have.
I dropped.
What about sending his family?
Well, he could have sent his family, but I understand that. But why send him to Cancun? Why not send him to Florida?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Like, why are you sending him to Cancun?
Yeah, but what's the difference of going to Florida or Canada?
Because that's what his wife and kids wanted to go there. That's why.
That's where like somebody like in one of the daughters like, hey, I'm out of school for a week. This is what he said. One, all politicians are fucking liars. So I don't know. I don't believe anything.
I know, but Dan, you can do the same thing in Cancun you can do in South Florida.
That's what I'm saying. So send your family to Florida. It wouldn't look as weird if you snuck away on a Saturday or something, but like it just wouldn't have looked as bad. You could have set up some meetings with Governor DeSantis about COVID response.
Oh, yeah, you could have done
Bing,
that.
bada, boom, you're done. But like him and his family want to go Cancun, and like he's an idiot. Why would you not cover your wear sunglasses, a fucking hat?
Right. How much money is that guy making?
Well, his wife works for like Goldman Sachs, like a bank.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but I think like the fact that he wasn't really trying to hide it or anything like that is just he didn't even think about it. He didn't really think about it at all. He just did it.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's bad leadership, dude. And that's the kind of things like you should be primaried and you should be, maybe you should get out of office.
See, these politicians.
Yeah, he'll probably lose.
They have a lot of money.
Yeah, well, they all do. They all do. Yeah.
No, I know, but that's kind of like, I don't know. Politicians shouldn't have that kind of money.
And that's why I advocate for fucking making it a rotation. Like, Mike, one day you'll be a senator for like 3 months. You just go and like you'll get paid the salary of a senator for 3 months.
Yeah, but what's the salary of a senator? It shouldn't be that much.
I think it's around, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote, it's like $140,000 a year.
Oh, that's still pretty good. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. So you just get paid, whatever the salary of 3 months would be.
Yeah. See, why do they make it so much though? Why not make it less? Why not make it like 70? Because that's what I thought it would be. I thought maybe a senator getting like 75, 70 grand, kind of like a normal, I guess, job you would get.
No, no. These people make a lot. I think a senator, they get paid quite a bit. Like a Supreme Court justice gets paid like $200 and something thousand. I think representatives get paid. They get paid quite a bit, and they got paid all summer, while people were fucking getting screwed.
Every week they're getting a paycheck on Friday. They're like, "Oh, look at my $2,500 hit my bank account."
Dude, they're probably getting paid like $4,000 right? $4,000
Yeah,
a
you
week.
make
That's about
100. Yeah. Well,
100.
yeah.
About let's say
get-
3.5, $4,000 a week. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
You're
So let's
hitting
see.
your bank account.
U.S. Let's see how much a U.S. senator. I want to see because I'm gonna say I think it's 150. What do you think it is, Mike?
I thought it was like 70,000. I don't know though. I have no idea.
$174,000 a year.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a senator. So
That's a
they
lot
get
of money.
yeah, like it's crazy. Let's see
That's
what
a
a
good paycheck.
representative gets paid the same.
That's a
Wow.
nice paycheck.
And then if like the Speaker of the House makes 223,000.
And did they get
And
medical with that?
Yes, everything. Your government job. Yeah, everything's covered.
Oh, shit, dude. Wow.
Yeah. So they're making 175. His wife is probably making a good, chunk of change working for a bank, 100, 150. So they're making 300 grand a year.
Yeah. And then all the stuff they have going on the side.
Right.
Whatever. I don't know, but they clearly got something going on.
The new Secretary of Defense used to work for Raytheon, I think, which is like a defense contractor.
Yeah.
And he still has $2 million in stock capital at Raytheon, and they just sold him a $285 million defense contract. Like that's how it fucking works. And Trump said mean things on Twitter. Like, oh my God, like so awful.
Ted Cruz's net worth he started when he got started in 2012 was 500,000. Now he's worth 4.6 million.
Oh wow.
Pretty impressive for a guy with a 174K salary.
Yeah, but what is this?
I'm trying to look to see what this is.
Does this include his wife?
Occupy Democrats. It has been. What do they have the right answer? So I guess weird. This was proven. It says it's false, but it also kind of like doesn't say it's false because I'm looking at the PolitiFact thing.
Yeah, PolitiFact, you can't trust PolitiFact.
No, but this was put out, like the information was put out by Occupy Democrats, which is like a progressive thing. And then PolitiFact says, no, it's false. He's not actually worth 4.6 million. But then they keep referring to it as if he is. Like it's like a technicality to say that he doesn't have, I don't know.
It's like maybe him and his wife have 4.6 million because like you gotta, everything is, because technically I'm worth with my assets like $165,000. If you look at my assets, you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's what your net worth is. Yes, that includes your properties.
Actually, your net worth is just what you have in your bank account and what you don't owe.
No way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
no way, Michael. Yes. Elon Musk does not have $100 billion in his fucking bank account.
Yeah, well, they use the term wrong.
Okay, your net worth is what you own minus what you owe.
Yeah, so it's actually
all it does is it adds up all of your assets of everything you own and have, which would include like your bank accounts, your properties, companies, stocks. and then it subtracts what you owe, like your debts, if you have a mortgage, stuff like that.
Right, but like, I guess if you're gonna go look at like Elon Musk, it's all tied up in stock value.
So Dan, so your net value really right now is whatever you have, your equity in your home, if it's made any by the time you bought it.
Definitely not.
And what you owe in your bank and what you own in your bank account.
So $1,000.
That's your net worth.
What up? That's pretty.
Yeah, but mine's like good. The same too because
I
haven't built that much equity in my home yet, so it's not like I have.
Like when you pay off your home, then with your asset is worth that much.
Then my net worth will be whatever my house is worth. But let's say in 5 years your house goes up to 180, then the equity in it, that's what you're worth, that 20,000 in equity it gained.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. That's your net worth.
Well, there we go. Now I learned something today. I always thought net worth was just like an imaginary number to all your assets. Like they just made up. And I mean, it makes sense now that the way you say it.
Yeah.
So that's good. But anyway, Mike, what's your question? You said you wanted to ask a question before we started.
Oh, well, my question is totally not involved what we've been talking about. But I've been watching a lot of things about serial killers.
Okay.
You want to know if you are one? Yes.
No. I want to know this. I want to know. Okay, so it seemed like a lot of these serial killers were back in like the 70s, 80s,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stopped, and now we went into like a transition of like mass shootings. Number one is, why don't we have any more serial killers?
Well, there's got to be some.
Well, we do.
Yeah, but they're not famous.
No, they're not famous because a lot of times it takes a long time to develop that, and then there's more sophistication on the part of them. I've watched something about this actually. It's about people that don't. They're just savvier because they watch the same documentaries you do, basically.
Well, I would think it comes down to this though. You got to remember, like the chances of you being caught back in the day were lower. Like in the 70s, you could just be a drifter or like a guy who lives in a small town, drives to the city, goes pick up a prostitute and kill her, and no one's really, there's no cameras outside. You know what I mean? It's just like there wasn't as much evidence around, and that's probably why more people are being caught today because before they catch them probably before they become
serial killers. That's true too.
But so now that we have a bunch of like mass shootings or more mass shootings, and it seemed like, well, at least I never heard or watched any docu-series or documentaries about mass shootings back in like the 70s, 80s.
There was.
I didn't know if it was more of like a cultural.
It could be part of it. I mean, it might be.
I think. Well, the thing about mass shootings, at least back in the day, there was a famous one. Like Texas, one of the Texas universities years ago. Obviously, we had Virginia Tech. Well, I guess that considered modern times. But there was, I think the mass shooting is due to, that's like you mental instability. Because like serial killers aren't necessarily like unstable. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like they are, like they know what they're doing. It's like planned, like they get off of it for sexual gratification. Like it's more methodical versus a serial killer or a mass shooter is like, I'm just going to go fucking shoot people.
Do you think that culture has anything to do with driving them? Like, okay, so
video games.
No, because when serial killers they were kind of famous, right? Like they would be in the news.
Well,
they'd be like the Night Stalker.
That's what the movie Natural Born Killers is about.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
And then nowadays, mass shootings, like people that do mass shootings become famous.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do you think that has anything to do to make somebody do a certain act? Like,
100%. They totally take this and totally take it into account too.
Look at the guy in New Zealand.
Well, yeah, and that's why they say you shouldn't be publishing their names or they're reading their manifestos. You shouldn't be actually making them famous because it attracts copycats. And they used to say that actually about killers too, like just like murderers, anybody like that. Because you'll have somebody that has like a really sociopathic problem, like a narcissist, like intense narcissism and stuff like that, and it'll just like plant the seed in their head. Some people are just more susceptible to that stuff,
I think it's always interesting when it's couples. When it's couples that do it together.
It's more fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, there's this one, like this really, really attractive, good-looking couple, like 22, 25, whatever. Like they're just like good. This guy's making money in business. Don't quote me. I think he was a dentist. I don't know. But like they were just like really like beautiful couple, and they like murdered her sister, and they were like murdering 13-year-olds and like 12, like all the time, like luring them to the house, to their nice like really fancy house on the beach, like drugging them up and shit, and just like murdering them and like filming it.
Shit's addictive. What do you want? You ever feel that kind of rush? You ever feel this kind of endorphin rush? I don't think so, buddy.
It's wild to think that like you can find two people come together and like they decide that like. They usually say it's like the woman is generally being pushed by the guy, that's, I guess, generally.
Seems like it's kind of like when we watched that Animal Passions documentary and they have the couple, right? Yeah. And you're like, nah, this is really this dude's thing. And he's kind of.
And he fucking loves that shit.
It's like the two souls touch, albeit for a brief moment, but they actually touch.
Dude, I went on a Jesus run. I've been watching all these guys that think they're Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Oh, like the Waco guy and everything?
No, not like the Waco guy. I don't think he believed he was Jesus, but people that actually believe there's a second coming of Jesus. There's like this guy in Siberia, Russia that thinks he's...
Yes. Oh, you're talking about the Vice one on YouTube?
Yeah, I watched that one.
That shit looked like if you haven't seen the movie, fucking... Sean knows what I'm talking. The same guy made Hereditary.
Oh,
Uh,
about Midsommar.
Midsommar. Dad,
Yeah.
watch
What's it
that
called?
shit.
It's on.
Midsommar.
If you have Amazon Prime, I think it's on there.
It's like midsummer, but you just put an O instead of a U.
Because it's
Midsummer.
like
Okay.
it's a Slavic
and
or
an A instead of
Swedish
an
or
E at
whatever.
the end.
Is,
No,
it,
but
is
it's-
it in English or do I have to?
No,
Yeah,
it's in English. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking weird though. Like, I don't know. You watch it. You have
But I've
fun.
been watching all these things. I mean, dude, there's some wacky people out there. There's like this guy in Brazil that thinks he's Jesus, and like he sits on this crown, and like all like these girls
Did you
worship
fucking
him.
watch? Did you watch that shit I sent you?
What? No,
Or
you
the-
never
the-
sent
the-
it.
Oh, the mouthy Buddha. I'll send it right now, dude. I forgot that shit. Wow. Did you watch the second one
I think so. Yeah.
with the surgery, the spirit
Yeah.
surgery?
Yes. Yeah. I've watched that. Yeah.
What happened? You don't sound confident at all.
I was kind of late, but like the spirit surgery because they're faking the surgery. I mean, they're not. Oh no, the guy
No.
that's cutting into people and stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Okay, I
fucking-
remember, yeah.
Nuts, dude. It
Yeah.
is nuts. Like you're watching it, and the dude when he literally grabs a guy's eyeball. It's in his head, squeezing it, and takes a knife and starts scraping and poking his eye.
Yeah,
and
he's
I'm
gonna
like,
get the
what
evil out, dude.
the
Come on.
hell, man?
He's scraping the spirit juice off.
It's like bloodletting from the 1800s and shit.
It's like
what the
another
fuck?
one of these indicators that we're living in a simulation. Like that, we were talking about that couple that lived on the beach murdering those kids, and like, I mean, think about how hard those people came. I mean, those people are probably coming so hard in the real world that they're powering probably 25% of a grid somewhere, just on their own, just in their power. So the simulation feeds them these tendencies. It allows them to play out these fantasies.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you think it's like each little one controlling us? Like I got my own little master, and
Maybe.
he only has me, or maybe he
Well,
has
like
five.
if we use the Matrix as a framing device and we say, oh, there's like we were saying the CCP. So if the Chinese government is on the top level, they're going to want to produce as much cum as possible because that's what powers the grid, right?
Oh, I see.
So if you find out you have some people in a pod that are like psychos, that are potential serial killers who maybe they see it in their brain, very advanced, it's the future. And then they allow them to play out these fantasies in the simulation, it produces more cum, which produces then more power.
But wouldn't they make my life more exciting? Why the
This
hell would
is
they
my
make
TED
life-
Talk. Oh, what are you talking about? I see you all the time, Dad. You're busting a nut. You're slamming orange juice. It's great life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that part. But if you're talking about, wouldn't you make it more exciting for most people? Wouldn't you try to make, if that's the object? Wouldn't you
Was
try
it
to make
gonna-
everything like fucking like, you
Mike,
know?
have you been alive this year? It's been
It's
fucking
about-
intense.
Yeah, but but it's about procuring, power juice. Is all
I know. So if you wanted to do more power juice,
What do you
would
think
make-
this whole thing, Michael? You have an entire generation of young men that sit in their basements and do nothing but masturbate all day. The power grid is fine up on the Chinese
Oh,
conflict.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think that at least in the advancement of ejaculate energy that there would at least be a way to create maybe at least organs with this left over? Like once they draw the energy, like you could synthesize
That's actually
with magnets.
No, it's what we eat. They feed it to us.
It slides.
So they slap the cum on the power grid. It juices it up, and they have to scrape off the dry stuff, and then they put it into like a paste, like a yogurt. You ever have yogurt? You ever see dried yogurt?
Uh-huh.
Kind of
No.
flakes and stuff. It's got that kind
Yeah.
of texture.
I'm with you.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he's seen it.
I would
Yogurt's
never.
good.
Cum?
Yogurt.
Yogurt is pretty good. It's just germs. It's just
Exactly my
germs.
point, and that's what they say about
Just
the cum.
there.
He's like, it's just germs. it's just
What?
germs, dude.
All right, would you guys like if you guys were gonna have to live in a different time, like so if you live now or you live back in like the 60s?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Now,
Like
right
where
now.
would you right now? Really?
Yeah.
But think
Who,
about how
me?
easy it'd be a way to get away with shit. It's so easy.
I mean,
Not in
I'm
the
wa-
60s.
I'm white, so I'm like, I definitely got a leg up.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
in the
rather
60s
be living in like maybe like the 80s.
No, 60s would be kind of awesome. Just think about it. It's right before the revolution of like security cameras and like, things are really kind of like becoming, it's harder. Like you could be a bank robber. If you really were smart, you would never get caught.
Oh, then why wouldn't you just go back to like the 40s then?
Yeah, but I want my women like
You want
Bush was
culture.
kind of coming out of style, like in the 60s and 70s. You can see like
No,
people. I would go back and I would create the Bushless
society.
favor. Yeah, that's where I would be the birth.
I feel like you would basically be like a Charlie Manson type figure. You
Yeah.
got the look.
I mean,
You
maybe
bring
I
your
am him.
cardigans. You bring your cardigans with you, and
Reincarnation.
then obviously what's going to happen in this quantum leap scenario? You're totally getting drafted into the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I'll be Tom Cruise, born on the 4th of July. That'll be me.
Yeah, make me just rolling around. I don't want to
Like,
hear it, Mama.
Yeah, have you seen that, Mike?
No, what is that?
Mike, born on the 4th of July, Tom Cruise goes
No.
to Vietnam, gets fucking shot in the back. It's a true story. He gets shot in the back, gets paralyzed.
No, how old
He
is
has
this movie?
80s.
Oh,
It's
okay.
peaked. It's the first peak of Tom Cruise before we knew there was more.
It was the first movie he got where he's like, obviously they were trying, like he wanted to be a serious.
It's an Academy Award.
So this is before the one where he acts like the high school kid that gets in trouble.
That's Jerry Maguire you're talking
Jeremy,
about.
no, not Jeremy Maguire.
No, he would have been after that. So this is like, I think it's 1989.
No, what's the movie I'm talking about though?
School Days, I think, or there's one where he's like in a military academy.
No, where he's in high school and
The Outsiders.
his dad leaves and he has the Porsche and there's the famous scene of him in
Risky
the end.
Business. Risky
Yeah.
Business.
Risky Business.
It would have been after Risky Business. So that was his
after the races.
His persona was like Top Gun, Risky Business. Like he was kind of just like a generic, handsome, action, funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I want to be a serious actor. I want to be a serious thespian, you know?
Yeah.
So Oliver Stone casts him and Born on the 4th of July to play this thing. And he's okay. Like it is kind of funny watching a young Tom. Like he's too young kind of for it.
Yeah,
too.
he's way too young. Well, no, but that's the point though.
Well, no,
Because
the
he
point
was 18 when he in the movie. The character was 18, went to Vietnam.
Yeah, but
by choice.
Movie, he's like 35, like 40, and he's like a disgruntled Vietnam vet.
No, is that how old he's supposed to be?
Well, the movie spans.
By the end?
The movie spans like a 10, 12 year, 15 year period.
Well, I mean, that would make him like 30. Like, because the guy was
he looks goofy.
It is goofy. He's got like a big handlebar, like beard, mustache thing. Long.
No,
he looks
really?
like me. He looks like me.
It's the
but way more
stereotype.
beautiful.
It would be the stereotype of like the Vietnam vet. Like that's what he looks like.
Like if we remember Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Lieutenant Dan. Exactly.
Lieutenant Dan, but worse than that because.
No, I've never seen this movie.
I met Gary Sinise. If you didn't know, I met him. So
we got married. We never.
No, I met him, dude. I met him in uniform. Nice guy, you know.
Yeah.
Played for us. He can play bass. He's fucking good, dude. He can fucking lay it down. Having a great time. He just loves veterans. I don't know where it came from. Like I think somewhere in his family.
Isn't his band called like Gary Sinise and the Dreamers or something?
It's I think it's the Lieutenant Dan band.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And dude, I'm talking like big stage, man. Like huge stage. The USO brought him in. There was probably like 2,000 or 3,000 people, 4,000 people. Like it was big. It was a big show for a little base, you know, in the middle of Wyoming. The guy fucking comes out there and he just puts on a fucking banger. Beautiful night, dude. What a nice guy.
What a racket though, dude. Like he's just like, yeah, I play for the troops. So he gets to go play on these massive stages in front of like 1,000 people at a time.
Easily, yeah.
And he's just a cover band. And he's just like, but because he's Gary Sinise, they're like, yeah, dude, cool.
No, but he's like, so what he will come out. He'll come out, like I think it was like 2 hours where it was just hundreds of people lined up to meet him. And he stayed for every single one. You know, he talked to everybody, shook their hand, took a picture. Nice guy, dude.
That's kind of like his passion. Like he loves he loves to slap a bass.
Hey, that's the life right there. That guy's living.
Yeah.
And I doubt he gets paid that much from the USO, even though he is probably one of their top guys. He is probably like he's up there. I mean, when we were in Turkey, we had who's the fucking redhead? Remember the fucking dude with the spiky hair? He's in Buffy as the werewolf dude. He's also in Austin Powers.
Oh, Seth Green.
Yeah, he came. The fucking Turkey. Him
really?
and the fucking dude that played Shaggy. Yeah.
Those guys go?
Yeah, dude. We had him. We had I actually think it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleaders. They came. Fucking red jumpsuit apparatus, a couple other bands that came and stuff. It was cool.
Wait, what did Matthew Lillard and Seth Green do? Or were they just telling jokes or something? Were they like master
No.
ceremonies?
You just go meet them.
Oh,
Like
okay.
just say
All right.
hi. Have they would like talk about like this, and like Adam Driver didn't come to Turkey, but Adam Driver did his like acting thing. I know a guy who went through like it's like a therapeutic
Yeah.
thing, and
Yeah, it's like a class.
yeah, like they hang out and they act and do weird shit and stuff. And Adam Driver is obviously Marine. It's just cool to see, while we're murdering million people in Iraq and Afghanistan, we got famous people telling us it's okay. And that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. As I'm watching drones be loaded up and A-10s be loaded up with fucking heavy artillery and fucking bombs, I feel okay because Matthew Lillard tells me it's
He's like, oh my god, did you see it when he did the Shaggy voice? Oh my god.
Oh, it's good.
Hey, Matthew, come here. Before I gotta go to work. You do that Shaggy voice, dude? I used to watch that movie all the time when I was a kid, dude.
The USO is a great organization. Like when you're flying, bro, you go into the USO in an airport, you show them your military ID, free snacks, free drinks, lazy boy chairs, game systems. They'll have whatever you want. Guitar room, they got it all. And you can just go sit in there, relax for your flight.
You can go in there right now, or do you have to be active?
I think you have to be active duty. I probably wouldn't. I never really did it too often. But if you had like a 6-hour layover somewhere, go to the fucking USO, dude.
One time I had an 8-hour layover.
See that sucks, right?
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Do nothing.
I got locked in an airport one time.
The terminal style, yeah. He had to live in the walls.
Yeah, no, I really did. Have you ever seen the movie by Tom Hanks?
Yeah, the terminal.
Yeah, that was me. No, I swear to God, like what happened, the doors, like the section of the airport closed and I couldn't leave. And they're like, listen, dude, if you leave this area, like you can't get back in because we're not opening up till 8 and your flight leaves.
I got kicked out of an airport one time because I was Boston Airport.
Mm-hmm.
They kicked me out because they were closing and I couldn't get my rental car till 8 a.m. in the morning. And they were closing at like 2 o'clock a.m. and then they opened back up at like 5 a.m.
What'd you do?
I just fucking chilled outside, man, in front of the fucking airport.
Smoke cigarettes and hang out?
No, I didn't have any cigarettes.
What'd you do? You didn't have a phone? Did you have a smartphone back then?
Yeah, I had a smartphone.
So
yeah.
Was there a charger outside? You could plug it in?
No, this was last year when I flew up to my friend's wedding.
Oh, wow.
With the whole fam?
No, just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you when you were outside, did you make any power deposits?
Power deposits to the no. Don't worry, man, I'm paying for my electricity, dude. Playing to the grid.
No, I walked around for a while, and just fucking took a stroll.
Dude, do you want to know what's scary?
And you could go where like the little kiosk was, but there was really nothing to do in there.
Was it warm at least or something?
Yeah, you get warm in there, yeah.
Well, that's all that matters.
You got to live as like a homeless person for like a couple hours, dude.
Yeah.
That's how homeless people live.
Yeah.
When I
had money, I was able to get a fucking coffee and a bagel.
Oh, yeah, that's the nice
eggs and cheese and sausage on it, so it was pretty nice.
When I had to go to Italy when I was in Turkey for some medical appointments, and we had to fucking do this. Is crazy. Like literally, you fly from Adana to Istanbul, and I get out, and they're just like, yeah, like you got to go to the international airport. And no one tells you what to do. No one really speaks English. There's no English signs. And like I had to leave the airport and walk like 1.5 miles, like across like freeways. Like it was like far as not freeway, but it was like a fucking windy ass road. And then you had to go into the international airport, and I went in the wrong way, and the guards came up to me, dude, and they start yelling at me in Turkish and shit. And they're like, dur, which is like stop. And I'm like, oh fuck, man. I showed them my military paper and shit. That shit was intense. Like I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get arrested before I get to Italy. But
hey,
I've never been able to. I've never experienced it anywhere else where you gotta like leave the entire little airport to another one. But.
You know what I'll never be able to do ever again in my life, which Dan you can still do, but Sean probably not you. I'll never be able to travel and not give a fuck about what happens or where I end up or just be totally free because now I have like a child and stuff, and you can't just like
Mike, those look, I've been trying to tell you, buddy, they're not even real. Just go.
I'm planning a trip, dude. I'm planning a trip I'm thinking Brazil. I'm gonna go down to Brazil for a couple months.
Get some meat.
Just hang out.
Some Brazilian meat.
Because see, I used to just like go and to go
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck I wanted to, and just backpack and be free.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be able to do that again, just because I have people here now. And even if I was financially set up for it, I still wouldn't be able to do it because what if something happened to me? Now I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because I used to do
You get life
ton of
insurance.
dumb shit.
But see, if you were gonna do it, man, get
I
life
didn't
insurance.
care about it. You know, I would just fucking
Listen, your sister, her husband sells life insurance. Get $1 million.
no, he doesn't sell that anymore.
Okay, whatever. He tried to sell me some, and I said, my funeral rights are covered. You know, I'm good, man. But you get some life insurance for like $1 million, and you pay it, whatever, you do your thing. But every time you travel, you won't have to care because $1 million for your
No,
family.
I know, but it's still not. It's not about that. It's not about the money. It's more about like being there, you know, and stuff.
Oh,
like
physically loving them.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that feels like, dude. I don't know that.
You know, because I used to just like, oh, okay, buy a plane ticket, boom, here we're gonna go here, and like, you know, like when I flew into like Peru, we had the place that we were staying at, we had to change it because it was in like this ghetto of Peru. So like right when we got to the airport, it was like, okay, now we got to find a fucking new place. It's the middle, you know, it's like 8:00 at night. You know, just doing shit like that. I don't know if I could ever do that again.
It was in the ghetto of Peru.
The place that I booked, I didn't know.
You
Lima.
look at review. There's no Yelp in Peru or something.
No, there is. I just didn't. It was the cheapest one, Dan. Okay.
Oh, how much was it a night?
I
Like
don't
in
know.
US?
It was, but the lady on the airport was like, "No, you can't stay there.
Oh,
You
really?
got to change." Yeah, that's how I found out.
What would have happened to you? Would you like
Well,
accidentally sell your
maybe not
sisters-
nothing happened, but it was just in a sketchy area.
Like you accidentally sell your sisters into? That's why it's so cheap. Like
I don't know, but
this is weird. They're asking me if I'm bringing women with me. I don't know.
so, but just stuff like that, you know, or just like living on the, you know, fly. I don't know if I could
Yeah.
ever do that again.
Well, you might.
Probably
you know,
not.
I mean, you got 18 years, and then maybe. You know.
Well, no, but then you know, and then Maritza would want to come with me, and things like,
the
you
whole
know.
thing,
But
ruined the
like
whole
you
thing.
tell me you couldn't do a week somewhere? Like if you
Maybe
and I,
eventually,
you and
but not
I
right
and
now.
Ryan and Sean, we just say, hey, why not right now? Like we just do it. We just leave.
Oh, he's got a baby right now, dude.
Yeah, I
Let's
can't
go
do
to
it
the
right now.
let's go to the Meat Grand Canyon.
I feel like I'm like only now, like Foster's really old enough where it's like kind of okay to like go away for a couple
Well,
days.
you would be able to put them like with mom at the worst if you and Sarah. Why don't you and Sarah do something nice?
We wanted to. We had plans last year and they all got canceled because of COVID. And now
Yeah,
we're
but
just
Well, what are you
haven't
gonna do?
haven't
You got
gotten
stimulus
around
check
to it
coming?
yet. I
You got
have no
stimulus
idea.
check coming?
I don't spend money I don't have, my friend. I'm not like, no, let's go spend this money. I got a stimulus check coming and then it doesn't come. We were supposed to have
How
a
many
stimulus
Blu-ray-
check in like
how many
October.
Blu-rays how many Blu-rays you fucking buy, son?
When? Last year?
This year already?
This
How
year?
many?
Actually, like 3.
3 times 60.
No, but I'm just saying this, Dan.
Like $5 movies.
Well, my point was that I can't, like, when I used to just like go backpacking, it was never like a set destination. It was just
Yeah.
like,
You're going.
okay, this day it was like day by day. Like every
Yeah.
day you kind of have a general rough idea where you want to go, but it could fucking change, you know?
Yeah.
You meet somebody and the next thing you know, you're partying in the middle of the night with them at a fucking club in, Argentina. I can't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Mike hasn't showered in days. He's just like,
Yeah, I can't do like that kind of living. Like I can't do that anymore.
Mhm.
I can't just like meet some guys and be like, yeah, let's go and fucking go over here and
Mike, if you left
spend the
your
night.
family, all those problems would just go away.
But I'm
They're
just
never
saying
gonna be able
that
to find- Mike, we'll go off grid. Okay.
No,
We'll go
no,
off
but
grid. They'll never.
that kind of living, it's fine. But I'm just saying, like, I realize that
No, that part of your
I-
life's over.
that part of my life is over.
You're
Mhm.
always going to have these considerations, like even if you can, it doesn't mean you always want to, because you're just
Yeah.
like, because you do think about stuff like, well, what if I like die? What if something stupid happens?
Yeah,
And
but
then
at least
they're-
you.
and then they're
Not
fucked.
every man really lives, Sean. Okay.
Dan, what about this? What if I go out and I party with these kids, right? And like, what happened?
Why are you
was
hanging out with kids?
There's
like
a bunch
these
of
guys
children.
at the time.
Yeah.
Like I go out and I party with these guys, right? Let's say I do
Well,
that
why are they
now,
guys?
and then I miss my plane, right? The next morning, because I almost did. Then that sets up. If I miss my plane, like now I have responsibilities. If I was supposed to be back, I couldn't just live reckless.
How bad did you stink at the end
times?
of your trip?
Oh,
Like at the end of your trip.
People mention it. I didn't smell good.
Like at the end?
Yeah, because
like,
Dan, everything's in a backpack, and you only have like 2 clothes.
Yeah.
So you're wearing 2 sets of underwear, 2 sets of pants, 2 sets of t-shirts. And even though you wash them, they still like your backpack gets everything just kind of gets dirty. It just holds.
It holds the flavor.
That's like if you were to put like clean clothes in next to dirty clothes, like the dirtiness, the stink gets on there.
Yeah, and you're backpacking, Dan. You're out like in the, you get, like when you sleep in a tent, like you have like the moisture that builds up and just gets like soggy, and you wear the same sock. Just it's just
So how bad did you stink on the way home? Honestly,
pretty bad.
Yeah, were people?
No, because I can't smell myself, but I know when I hopped into when people picked me up from the airport, they were like, "Oh man, you reek." But I can't smell myself because I'm used to it.
You're basically like a fucking homeless person. That is fucking hilarious.
Just imagine the people that sit by me on the airport.
Oh, dude, I bet they were pissed when they got into the fucking plane, and they're like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Yeah, because the way
I guess
the way there,
the hippie.
The way back, it's not good.
Oh yeah, definitely not good.
Yeah, when you're backpacking, like you realize that like you're not going to carry it. Like it's not like if you go to vacation, like you have an Airbnb, you have a hotel, whatever.
Yeah,
you gotta have 5 days. You can bring like a bunch of shit.
You're gonna tell me you can't Airbnb in Brazil? Come on,
you can. But when you're backpacking from town to town, you're not gonna want to fucking 3 backpacks around. You're just gonna want 1 backpack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just be exhausting. It's a beautiful. So
that's where you got to.
You're just a stank ass boy, fucking wandering around looking homeless.
But that's how you have to pick. That's why it's called backpacking.
There's no way to make yourself like you can't go in the ocean and dry your shit out or whatever, or in a spring.
You would wash clothes and stuff, but if you're backpacking, you're gonna get sweaty. You just start to listen. You just start to smell. It's just part
of. I am an expert. What are you reading, Sean?
What?
What are you reading? Not even listening.
I'm listening.
Disrespect. He's on, Sean. I can see you're on Twitter.
I am. Yeah, sometimes I know I scroll so the things to talk about next.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, anyways, Dan, you should go do it while you have the chance.
Yeah, why not, dude?
I mean, the principle of the story was done like an hour ago. We had come to terms with this idea like this is over. But Dan, you still got a shot.
You still got a shot, Dan. Get yourself a fucking map and map out a trip around Brazil to fucking
yeah, dude.
Bolivia.
I'm going to the Grand Canyon this summer. Me and my buddy. We're gonna go hang out and check it out. I just want to hike it, go down into it and stuff. Seems like a good idea. Seems like fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
Next trip, I want to get an RV and then I could take the whole family.
Shit, dude.
Well, you can rent them.
Wild style.
You can rent them, dude. You can rent them for my buddy did it for 30 days. It was $1,200 for 30 days.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was 12. I mean, obviously, you still got to pay for your gas and everything. But that covered insurance.
$1,200.
And it was $1,200 for 30 days for a big RV.
How much was it? $1,200.
Like a fucking like the fancy ones.
Yeah,
like a nice.
Yeah, actually, my neighbor did that last year too.
It was like $1,200.
Reasonable.
I think it was.
He paid $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, for a you would be fine because obviously, it would be pretty easy. But yeah, let's see. Renter RV price. Let's see what the prices are.
That's pretty cheap actually for 30 days. If it's only $1,200, that's way cheaper because I was like, man, I'm gonna have to save up like $7,000, buy a little junky RV, and then sell it when I get back for $3,000. Okay, that's $4,000 really. you know, and add all this stuff up. But
yeah, you might as well just rent it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a nightly rate usually, and then it's sometimes people base it on miles. I guess it's like however my buddy did it. Yeah, like it was 30 days, and they drove from Vermont. Like they started in Vermont, they flew up to Vermont area. They started there, and then they like kind of did like a snaky thing around the United States for like 30 days straight. They drove every day. And they found RV spots along the way. It's like $20 a night.
Yeah. Or
or whatever. Or Walmart's, like wherever they could. But if they had to dump their black water or their gray water refill, they would do that like once every couple days, few days or whatever. Yeah. Pretty cool. And then like, you stop at a Denny's at 3 a.m. You get some food, you get some dinner.
Think about that?
Yeah.
That's way cheaper than buying one. Why the fuck would anyone own an RV?
It's something that I've asked myself because I've thought about getting one before. I think you guys know I've thought about it, but I think it's the freedom of being able to get up and go, like kind of how you used to be, like get up and get out, like you can just leave.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like that is a cool concept. Like that's something that I'm still looking at, like those RV camper things.
Yeah, but you got to store it.
No, but no, I'm talking like in the vans, like not the art, like not the. Like you can get up to around 50 to 60 and doing the math and everything. And I was like, I could do that and still travel. Like still do it. So it'll be something to think about maybe in the future. But
$50,000 or $60,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a van?
Well, it comes fully built. Like, so it comes with like everything.
Well, I remember because, I think it was before we started doing the podcast and stuff. I believe
that was
so.
You were
buying the school bus and the vans.
Yeah, we were talking about doing that. Yeah. I just want a home station. So if I have a home station, we're like,
I know, but damn, why not just rent one? Because what are you going to do with that thing all the time? It's just going to sit there.
It could be there whenever I need it, Mike. That's the thing. It's like,
I know, but rental's going to be there whenever you need it, and you're not going to have to keep up with maintenance.
You know, Mike, you're the guy that's not prepared for what happened in Texas. Me, on the other hand, I'll be able to live.
I could have just gone out in my van.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go piss. I'll be right back.
I'd have, nothing but clear, warm air. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's not as appealing to me anymore either. That lifestyle of just being like, oh, just get up and go. Like it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I did that for a little while in my 20s. I kind of got it out of my system. Granted, I didn't go as wet and wild as you did, but.
No, there's still times I want to go. Like when I was watching the documentary about the guy that thinks he's Jesus in Russia, Siberia. Because I've always wanted to go to Siberia, Russia, and that's like a wild place.
Yeah,
not a place I could exactly bring the family.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
That's something you do. Wait until your kids are a little older. Yeah. And then you just go with your friends and you go for like a week.
Yeah.
And it's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal. It's about it's about having balance and fairness. It's also your own desire. Like, I don't know how you feel. Maybe you're an awful father. I don't know. I'm just joking. But like, you just don't really want to leave your kid right now. So young.
No.
You just kind of like being around them. It's a cool experience, Yeah,
I don't want to leave my child right now.
Yeah, but when they're like 6, 7, bounce.
But like that kind of stuff. So I still want to do that kind of stuff, but I can't, and I don't really want to at the moment. But when I see that stuff, I'm like, man, that would be kind of cool to go fly over there and check that place out.
It would be awesome.
What's your thought on these RV things? Would you ever do that with the family?
Go on an RV trip? I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like I'd be very stressed. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be the type of person that wants to like drive an RV across the country.
See, I'd be awful. I'd be awful.
I'd be awful. I'd be too high strung unless like they legalize marijuana or something in the next couple of years. Maybe then I'll calm down. But the stress would just get to me, and because I'm not like used to driving a giant fucking thing.
Sean, give it 2 days, you'd be fine.
No, you get used to it, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
still,
I'm telling you, dude, I hopped in that fucking
when you did the
40
U-Haul,
foot.
yeah.
I did the U-Haul. I had never driven anything bigger than like a Chevy truck, like a 1500, like something like normal big to me. Or I guess I drove a Bearcat in the military, which is relative, but it's a big ass truck basically. And I was like towing something, a car, like it was a lot. And I made some very critical errors, but I'm telling you, after you just learned, like, I'm going to truck stops only, like, and I like the big J pilot, like the big ass ones, like you just learn, and it would take you about a day or two. And then once you're but when you're on the highway, you're like a fucking tank, dude. Like that
invincible.
thing. No, you just don't.
I dare
move.
you to get in my lane. I dare you.
The wind doesn't blow. You just sit there and you just touch the wheel and you just drive.
Oh, I understand. Like it does normalize. I remember when I had drove dump trucks for like a couple weeks. Like I hadn't really done anything like that, and I was just put in one, and I had to just kind of figure it out, and it was awful. It was an awful like day. And then but you figure it out.
Yeah. Like I'll never forget pulling into that little ass gas station with this big ass fucking thing.
Well, Dan, yours is hard because you're that little trailer, and the little trailers are the hardest to like. If you can't back those things up, they just get fucking jackknifed like instantly. There's nothing you can do. So you had a real
it was actually I'll know because after having the awful beginning where it's fucking just. It was just, I was going 40 miles, 30 miles an hour on the highway for 18 hours. Like being able to just go the speed limit in that big ass fucking thing, like it was worth it. Like I felt good right away. I was like, hell, I'm going 70, like 75, ripping in a fucking, just a big ass truck. It felt good. Like I can kind of get why people like driving big trucks, like big ass shit. Like you just feel powerful. Yeah, it's masculine. You got a big ass captain's chair. You're fucking just ripping.
I don't like driving them because it's like you always got to be on the highway. It's fine, but when you're going into like a town, or you're going in, you always got to be. You just got to pay attention more. You can't just rip around a fucking corner. You got to be like, okay, I got to take this corner a little bit wider because I don't want to hit this fucking street sign or something.
Whatever. Yeah, because like fucking Sean saw my old house where I lived. Yeah. And I had to drive that 30-something foot fucker up that driveway. You want to talk about stress? Yeah.
I would have been hauling stuff up that hill because I would have been like, fuck no.
I almost did it, and I probably should have done that, but obviously,
Michael, it's like an incline like this, dude.
Yeah, dude, it really
and
really
you have
is.
and you have to like hit the gas and like get up to the, and then not even hit the brakes, and then you have to brake because there's not a ton of space on top. Yeah. Ridiculous, dude.
So even in a regular car, you got to accelerate.
Yeah, dude. Every time it happens, it happened to me the first time. Every person who ever drives, like, because they take the turn too sharp.
Yeah.
And so one tire is like a kind of like, and they spin out because
you got to gun it for a second.
But like once you get used to it, it was whatever. But I literally, because the first time I tried to like back up and turn and do all this stuff, I got in the grass on my neighbor's yard and I started sliding down the hill. And I couldn't turn because there was no traction. Like I was just trying to turn off, and it was this whole thing. I hit a tree. It was fucking terrible. I had like the entire neighborhood out there helping me. Fucking everyone was like helping me put my. Now I got a fucking drive. Mike, I got a half circle driveway, so I can go in or out both ways.
Oh, you have like a little nice. You can just pull right up.
Yeah,
hop out.
Different streets. So like one's on one street, one's on the other. Super convenient.
So you got basically two driveways. You got a driveway that leads into your garage, and then you got a driveway that comes to your front door that goes around like a little half circle.
No. Like I have a back driveway like that goes into the garage, and then I have the street.
Yeah.
And then on the street I have an entrance, and then on it cuts through my front yard basically.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's like connects one street to the other on an X intersection. I love it.
Right in.
Yeah. I mean, it's not having to deal with like this winter storm we had. Like I wouldn't have been able to leave my house because that's how bad that driveway was. Like you would not, if you left, you're not getting back up that driveway.
Oh yeah. It's one of those.
Like, yeah. It was like that steep.
But I lived on the mountain. It was like that, but I lived at the bottom of it. So when you got a snowstorm either you parked your car like 3/4 of a mile at the top of that because you go to the top of the mountain, then I live down on the side. So when you went down on the side to my house on the other side of it,
Yeah.
if you had a snowstorm like that, because mine was like this too. I lived
Right.
at the bottom of it, on like on the side of the mountain. To get down, you went up the mountain, then you had to go back down onto the side where I lived. So either you parked your car up on the top, or you just sat down there for a couple days.
And you just have to let the car sit until all of the stuff thawed out and everything.
Yeah, or the
Yeah.
snowplow. But sometimes the snowplow wouldn't come because it was too steep and too much snow. If it
Yeah.
was like real icy, they didn't like to go down there because
Yeah,
you
but
could go right.
you go
You could
right
go
off
right
into
off
the
into the
woods.
woods.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, that's the one thing that I liked about Alabama, like northern Alabama, was that you're not really dealing with that too much. It's just I've been here for what, a year and a half now, almost 2 years, and it's pretty incredible. This is the first winter I've seen. Like feels like winter. Like it's weird because all the time it'll snow for like an afternoon and then it'll be gone. So
That's
this is
kind of nice.
yeah, like it will snow. I think it snowed twice last year, and it lasted for like
See, I
a
didn't think
day.
it snowed where you are.
I'm right at the Tennessee border, so I'm pretty far up. Like to get to Mobile, Alabama is like a 7-hour drive. It's further to Mobile than it is to home for me. Think about
Wow.
that. Yeah. Alabama's a long state. So it's I'm pretty far up here, but this year with the winter, like dude, it's snow everywhere right now still.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be a couple weeks, at the worst,
Yeah.
versus months on end. Like Wyoming was like 7-8 months, like just snow all the time.
Impressive.
Yeah, or Massachusetts where it snowed a lot too. Snowed a lot in Mass.
Yeah, but you would
Yeah.
have good years and bad years. You would have more years that were more mild, or.
Yeah.
But it's also something just like anything else. You just kind of get used to it. Like after a couple weeks or whatever, you just kind of get accustomed to it. It
I
sucks,
personally
though.
like the snow.
Yeah, because you're sick, buddy. You got problems.
I like the snow.
No, I don't know.
But
I
like
just
the
like
idea
to get
of
a
the
big
snow.
storm.
like when I got to go running, like, and I go running down the street, I'm like, my feet are frozen after a mile. I wear thermal socks and shit, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like my feet are still freezing. It's cold. It's cold as fuck. You're what?
More than my feet. My hands get cold more than my feet.
Oh yeah, that's true. I sometimes have to put my hands in my fucking hoodie. Like I have to be running like that and like squeezing my knuckles are cold, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm outside
chilly.
smoking a cigarette and my cigarette hand is out, my knuckles get cold. I gotta switch hands and I put that one in my pocket.
I mean, hey, dude, I'm in prime time location, man. Sean's been here. Okay, I got a Walmart. I can walk to Walmart if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if I get snow, there's some real bad times, I can at least just walk to Walmart.
Yeah,
Like,
you're fine.
Yeah, I can get there. And then the same thing with like the gym. I can walk to the gym.
Oh,
if I have to go buy furniture, I can walk to the furniture store.
What kind of gym do you got?
We got a Planet Fitness.
Okay.
I think,
Meat
it's a
Factory.
Yeah, the Meat Factory. Yeah.
You ever go in there?
I've ran by it a lot. I haven't gone in and signed up yet.
Okay.
It's like $8 or $10 or something like that a month.
Yeah,
I've thought about doing it.
Yeah, I think they were running specials. You gotta wait till they do a special where it's like $1 to start or something.
Yeah, I mean, but everything is super close. I'm in a really good prime time spot, so it's like pretty easy to get anywhere and to get like the hospital. I can walk to the hospital. If I had to.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so if I had to, I could. I'm not saying I would. I'd probably drive if I had to go to the hospital. But if for some reason I could just walk.
You gotta get gas. I got a gas station right there, buddy.
No, we do got a gas. Listen, I got 2 furniture stores right next to my house, dude. Listen, I can get anything you need within 20 minutes, like guaranteed. Lowe's, a mile down the road. Fucking
really?
Yeah, it's everything. Lowe's, Home Depot. I got everything, dude, right here. I'm pretty much in prime.
I'll tell you what, man, everything is super freaking expensive in Lowe's and Home Depot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this inflation.
It's ridiculous.
All right, Sean, you tired?
I am actually
Okay.
trying to de-caffeine my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
it's
That's
hard. I
That's
was really addicted to caffeine.
Are you
I'm
talking
really
like
addicted
the
to
energy
caffeine.
drinks?
What's
Talking
that?
energy drinks? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I mean, energy drinks,
Why?
Coffee.
coffee. I mean, I
Why?
might drink. I'll probably have a cup of coffee tomorrow, but
Well, why no coffee though?
Well, I,
Why no caffeine?
because because I was just the energy drink thing was out of control.
It was,
In my opinion, it's out of control. I mean, it's like
in my opinion too. It was out of control.
2 or 3 a day at least.
Like it was like I mean, like I
I'm
would once in
slamming
a
them, dude.
while go grab a Red Bull, you know, like once in a
Yeah.
while.
It's a
Look at
lifestyle.
him.
Man.
This dude, every time I saw him, every rock star, fruit punch or some shit, like just sitting.
No, the
Ready to
zero
go.
carb, or where I do the bangs. Bang
it's
is
some
my
myth.
favorite. Bang is
Oh,
my favorite.
The bangs are
See, I tried a
mysteriously
bang.
delicious.
I didn't like those.
Dude,
Well,
which
you
one
got to
did you
try
have?
it. There's many flavors, Mike.
I only tried one. I tried like the Coke one. I was like, enough for me.
Oh, Miami Cola, dude! It tastes like a Sam's Cola, like flat Sam's Cola.
yeah,
and
that
I
was
loved
fucking
it.
gross. I was
I
like,
loved
I
it.
Try the
don't like
unicorn one. It's pretty sugary though. The unicorn one.
Or
Listen,
Radical Skedaddle. There's like like America, something like Patriot Juice or something is pretty good.
the only time there's one big time where I absolutely have to have it. When I'm driving, I have to start out with a Red Bull every time.
See, if I'm going to one, I'm going to the Red Bull.
Yeah, like I like Red Bull.
No, I don't like any of the other ones. Red Bull.
I like Red Bull.
That's the one I'll go to.
I go
Which
for
is sugar-free.
maximum caffeine. I go max caffeine. I need
think-
that 300 milligrams injected into my body within
shit,
a 10-minute, 5-minute period.
Dude,
Yeah,
when I was driving from
What's Red Bull?
80.
is it 80? I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
like two cups of coffee, basically.
Listen, I took it when I left Wyoming to make it to Alabama. It took me like 22 hours, 23 hours, but I drank 124-ounce Red Bull and I had 6 caffeine pills.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! I never
Rub
take
that shit.
caffeine pills.
Yo, those things are
Dangerous.
jazz you up. Well, like I was sipping the Red Bull and water, and I had like 6 caffeine pills along the way. That shit, I know why they make that shit illegal in the military when you're going through shit.
Yeah,
It's like you can't take caffeine
You
when
get-
you're going through like certain things in the military.
you can get
And-
like tunnel vision,
I didn't get tunnel vision.
dude. I went.
It
It
was
was
fine,
one,
but-
like because when we drive up to Maryland to see Sarah's family, I've always liked to leave at weird times. I like to leave like really early in the morning or at night or whatever. And it was one of the times where we left at like 3 in the morning, and I'd only slept like 5 hours or whatever. So I like I drink 2 of those 5-hour energies, and I crack open into like Red Bull and stuff. And I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Like I was like staring at the highway. I was like, I might have to pull over. Like I might have made a terrible mistake.
I'm not,
5-hour
Yeah, dude.
in a row.
dude. You guys sound like ridiculous
Just
right now.
rock and roll, baby.
That's not. I'm not trying to one up. I'm not trying to be a one upper, but that's fucking pansy shit. Okay.
No, it was just because I did
know-
it in 10 minutes. Like I
Yeah,
took one, and then I
listen.
was drinking a Red Bull, and
You-
I was just like, seriously, I'd never felt this before. Like
I mean,
never
hey,
felt
listen.
that
I'm
before.
not. I have one time, and do you know the BFCs? The
Yeah.
Monster BFCs, the big fucking cans.
Yeah,
Dude, these
Child's
things,
play,
were-
dude.
they were huge.
Yeah,
I
but-
drank 3 of those in one night.
Dude, that's like you're basically drinking 3 bangs. Get out of here.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Like, listen.
Look at
that shit-
look at the caffeine content. Look at the
Sean,
milligrams.
go look up the caffeine content of a BFC
It's
But Sean,
it's probably 240 a can.
for a BFC.
Yes, because it's like 3 cans of Monster.
Yeah,
but
but I'm
it's a lot
talking-
more sugar.
Yeah, it's sugar.
Oh,
it
the
has-
sugar, yeah.
and the liquid aspect of it. I was fucking. I was
But
like, I
here's
didn't
the
sleep.
Sean, you're telling me that sometimes you would drink in a day 300 milligrams of caffeine drinks?
And drink coffee too.
Wait.
So that would be like you drink like a total of 1,000 milligrams of caffeine.
Basically.
Probably, yeah.
Holy shit! In one day?
Yeah.
Dude, your shit
Sometimes more.
I thought I was bad, but I just
I
drink coffee. Really? I don't
How much
drink-
is a pot of coffee? Like
I don't
your
know.
average, like Sean, look it up. Look it up. 16.
How many
I don't feel
12,
so
12
bad.
cups. It's 12 cups.
It's 12 cups.
So look
Yeah.
up 12 cups for a
96
pot.
ounces, 96.
Okay.
I think it's 40 milligrams is like your average.
So
Your
12
average cup of
cups.
coffee.
Are you making this
80.
up?
How you
No,
want?
I think
Okay.
he's about right.
How much caffeine in a cup of coffee?
Well, it probably depends on the coffee, but
Yeah, but I
It
mean,
is. It's going
there's
to
a
vary,
middle.
but there's going to be an average. Yeah.
Yeah, because I drink dark coffee.
Okay.
For
I'm
less.
wrong. It's 95 milligrams per 8 ounces.
Per
okay,
eight
that's quite a
ounces.
So
bit.
actually, dude, a Red Bull is not even a cup of coffee. That can't be right. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
Not
but a
even a
Red Bull
cup.
has a bunch of sugar in it, and
And it also has taurine and all that other bullshit.
I just saw this thing. Is 200 milligrams of caffeine a lot? Most recommendations say that 200 milligrams of caffeine is safe for most adults to have per day. So I guess they
So
don't recommend going over 200. A bunch of
see, I was
pussies.
told like 80 milligrams by a health person, but I don't
yeah,
know.
but like I mean, I can drink a pot of coffee in a day, but I
Yeah,
also don't need to drink coffee every day.
Well, I need
But
to have coffee every day, otherwise I get a headache.
I like to have coffee in the morning and afternoon, and then I'm
Me
good.
too.
but you don't have it. If it was a habitual thing, if you did drink it every day, your body's going to create a dependency on the caffeine.
Maybe that's why I've been feeling like shit lately because I stopped drinking some coffee. I don't know.
It could be actually. I mean,
Also,
I'm just drowsy.
do not buy butter pecan, blue bunny, fucking goddamn ice cream. 0 gram added sugar. I didn't see it on the thing when I
Oh,
bought it. Listen, man,
oh,
I'm telling you,
oh.
I would want you to buy it because
No,
it doesn't taste like anything.
I'm not
It
buying
literally, it just tastes like you just got
I'm
like
not buying that.
it's disgusting. I can't it's not even gross. It's bland. It literally tasted like nothing. I
There
was
should-
so furious. I literally took 2 scoops out of it, and you know what I did? I threw the rest away. I threw it away. That's how gross it didn't taste like anything.
Hey, Sean, here's a question. Do you ever think you hit like 1200?
I don't think I've ever hit more than
Milligrams?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've done
You
it.
think you ever gone to 15?
I've done it.
You think so?
That's probably about that. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I mean, Mike,
That's a lot of caffeine.
I'm a pretty cool guy. No, I mean, I think probably the most I've had in a day, I would say, is probably like 6.
So like, but why are you drinking so much caffeine?
So I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, but why are you so tired?
I don't sleep very well. I have like insomnia problems. I gotta be up with my kid. I can't like go take a nap.
Yeah, but don't you think that maybe is because you're drinking 1,200 milligrams of caffeine?
It could be. No,
When,
I mean,
when the, when the
obviously
suggestion
that's
is
not-
like more
that's
than
not-
200.
Obviously, it's not every day. Like I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like, but I have done that before. I would say average, like maybe like 2, 1 in the morning. Then I'd have one like mid afternoon. But that's still a lot. I mean, that's still 600 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's the
that's part
thing
of
is
it.
like, where the fuck is these monsters, dude? I'm glad you stopped.
Well, I
Don't
was
change.
just drinking bangs, dude. And
Or
bangs
with
are sweet. I have like an
How would you
addicted to the
Wait,
taste.
are you still drinking Rockstars?
No.
No, but how would you buy them, Sean? One at a time or in like
No,
packs?
no
Uh,
packs.
I would buy like the little cubes because they're a little cheaper. Or like, I would go to Walmart self checkout and only scan half of the cans.
No.
Like a baller.
No. But so
Like
you
I
would buy them
say,
in like
one
a
for
pack.
you, one for me, and I put it in the bag.
Yeah, but you would buy them in like a pack, kind of like a 6-pack or a 4-pack.
They come in 4s, yeah, like in 4 packs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
So
like
you are-
$6.50 for 4 of them.
Yeah, so that's how you would buy them. See, if I bought
You're
them like
drinking
that
3 a
too,
day,
I would
dude.
drink more of them.
John,
But
how
if
many
I just went to the
think
gas
about how-
station and bought one,
Yes, no, you're right. You're right. If you have them,
how many
you think about it.
fucking Blu-rays are you missing out on because of those? Like, think
lot.
about it.
Probably. A lot.
Yeah, think about it, dude. Have a goal, man. Like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna stop drinking caffeine so I can buy some more Blu-rays.
well,
No,
dude,
I just wanted to stop because it kind of makes me. It doesn't. You don't feel great. Like
Dude, I'm telling you, what you should do every night at 7:00, go on a run, and then you'll feel tired.
yeah,
Start killing yourself, dude.
I've
Start
done
doing
that
it.
stuff before. Then I take a nap.
Yeah, 7.
Dude,
You run for a half hour. You come
what I'm
back, you
saying
take a
is-
shower. It's like 8:30.
If I'm the kind of person, if I go to bed at like 9 or 10, like I will wake up and not be
Yeah,
able to
but
fall back to sleep.
why?
I don't know, for a myriad reasons. Lots
No,
of
but
different
like,
reasons. I don't
no,
know.
there's got to be. It can't be just psychological. It's probably mainly physical.
No, part of it is because part of it from before was probably because I was like heavier. I would be like uncomfortable. But now
Listen, man,
but
I've been going to bed like fucking all hours, dude. So I can't.
Yeah, well,
I can't
if I want to do things for myself, if I want to do podcasts, I want to do streaming, like I have to do it at night. Like that's just my life. I don't have a choice.
He's getting old
And
enough now. He can take care of himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's good. Just send him
He's
out.
getting there. He's
put him
getting
outside.
Wait, he's gonna be 4 soon?
In June, yeah.
Hey, Sean, I have a question. Do you feel like this? Because I feel like this, man. I feel like this for me. I feel like I drink a lot of caffeine too. Maybe not as much as you, but I drink a lot, just mainly coffee though.
Yeah.
Like, I drink a lot of coffee in a day.
How much coffee are you drinking a day?
I probably drink 4 or 5 cups.
So you drink like 500 milligrams.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Sean. This is how I feel. I feel like, okay, if I stop drinking this, I'll probably feel better. But in the moment, I'm like, man, I need some coffee. So I drink it to make me feel better. Because there is going to be like a point where you have to stop, and it's going to go through like a kind of like a, you know, a rejection phase. Like your body's going to start to freak out.
Or not even with, well, I thought you meant while you're drinking it. Like, are you saying like your body will just get used to it? Like, it's whatever.
It's like when you need a cigarette or whatever.
Yeah,
because you're
shitty.
You're fiending for the caffeine.
And then I'll just drink it.
Fiending for it. Like I like literally am addicted to the taste of a fucking bang. Like gets me off, brother. Like, it makes me want to Coom. Like I think about it and I'm just like, God, I can smell it and I'm like, I already feel better.
It'd be like so refreshing. Like you're so refreshed.
Oh, dude, ice cold bang, and I'm just like, and I just lay back. Simply the best, better than all the rest. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like simply something the best of times. I don't know it.
But anyway. That's how I feel like, man, if I stop this in the long run, I'm gonna feel better. But in the short run, I just need this to get through this.
But what happens if you stop drinking coffee, or like Sean, for you, like you limit yourself to like caffeine before 11 or 12, like before 12 in the afternoon, you just limit it. Then after that, you just gotta suffer.
No, I know. No, of course.
You know what I mean? Like
you gotta be disciplined with that stuff for sure. Yeah.
But Dan, sometimes I'll go to bed because I want a cup of coffee in the morning.
That's a problem. That's
a problem. Did you guys hear
about
that?
It's 6:30. Yeah, but I can't have a cup of coffee until tomorrow.
Because I can't have a cup of coffee at 7.
Okay, this is actually an interesting question. So before we go, I don't know how long this is going to take, but it's so the New York Post put out an article about how this professor, I can't remember the college right now, he does heroin.
Yes, I saw this.
He does heroin like recreationally.
Yeah, let me see if I'll bring it up.
Like he does it. He goes to work. He works out. He does this stuff. But at night, he likes to wind down with some like heroin, like a glass of wine. Like he does it like. It's not a problem, but like heroin, I guess with like the stigma of it, like I guess he's trying to lessen the stigma. Like you don't have to be a violent criminal or like your life doesn't have to be destroyed as long as you learn to control it. I guess in that sense, like, do you think, Mike, you could maybe, or like hop in and do a little bit of heroin and be fine? Like
not me personally, but yeah, maybe some people.
Well, this guy literally, he just does a little heroin, dude.
I'll start to get like addicted to shit. Like the problem is what I have. So here's the thing with me is like, and Maritza gets mad at me about this because I love like, if there's like sweets in the house, I'll eat it. So what I tell her is my way of doing it. It's just, like, I would never buy it because I know I'm going to eat it. And she's like, no, just have self-control. I'm like, yeah, my self-control is not to buy the damn thing.
No, but that's true. Because we have that in our house where I'm just like, I try to just don't have it around me.
Yeah. So no bangs. Yeah. So like when you go to the store, you're not buying bangs. It was Sarah that was buying bangs for you?
No, I wouldn't buy them. I would buy them. What are you talking about?
So
I fill up a cart. I literally just go down there fucking end of the world style, just fill up that cart.
So you're saying you're bang free right now?
Right now, I've been bang free for
how long
3 days.
3 days bang free. Mike?
See, Dan, with me. No, but mine's more caffeine, but it's like,
you're just talking about healthy food. Like if there's crackers and cookies in the house, you're going to be inclined to eat them. So you don't want them there. You don't even want the temptation in front of you.
I don't even want it there because that way, if I get hungry, then I'll have a banana or I'll have something else.
Are you making your family like hide?
No, they still buy it, but I'm just like, she's just like, oh, well, you need to have more self-control. And I'm like, well, my self-control was not buying that shit.
That's a fair point.
But the other thing is like what Sean was talking about. Like if I buy a pack of cigarettes, right, Dan, and I just wanted one, this is why I'm a big advocate for people being able to buy only one cigarette. Like companies should start selling like a 3-pack of cigarettes. Because I'm the kind of guy that's like, okay, every once in a blue moon, I want a cigarette. But if I buy a pack of cigarette, oh, you know, I'm a little stressed. I'm going to smoke 8 today.
Nice.
Well, I only wanted to smoke freaking one.
So,
but I bought the pack. So then I have to
do that down there?
Because if I keep the pack, I'm going to smoke it the next day when I wake up in the morning.
You tell me they don't have Lucy's out there?
I don't know.
No, not really. That's not really a thing.
Yes, it is. You can buy Lucy's right down here.
You can buy Lucy's
for like
Where?
40 cents.
Where?
No way.
Right down the gas station down here. You can buy Lucy's.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Okay. I mean, like I haven't even been in a place that I knew sold Lucy's since I lived in Boston.
In South Carolina, they sold Lucy's. But
as far as I know, that a lot of that stuff people just stopped doing it.
I thought you weren't allowed to.
Well, it's for like bums and crackheads. Like they come in with like 40 cents. They can buy a cigarette or whatever.
Oh well, I don't see why that's such a problem. Why?
I don't see why it is either.
But that's what I mean. So like I'm on the same thing with Sean. That's why I just don't buy cigarettes, because if I do, I'll end up smoking more than I intend.
I come down, like this is how it goes, right? Like so I will have like a pack left, right? I can push that pack 3-4 days.
What do you mean you have a pack left from what?
Of cigarettes. Like I was just saying, I gotta buy a carton.
Oh, you're a carton person.
Oh, I buy a carton. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna buy a carton. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a carton.
You should just buy a pack.
You could buy just a pack, right? But that means I have to leave my house more often, more frequently.
I know. That's the point.
It's a good point.
The place is so close, and his addiction is so strong that he's going to the store.
Yeah,
and he's like, might as well save the 45 cents from buying this carton.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much it saves you. It probably saves you at least a couple dollars. Like,
well, usually there's like a deal. Like if you buy 3 or more packs, you get $2 off or something. And then if you buy a carton, they expound, so you get like $4 off. Like,
you basically get a free. I think a carton basically adds up to being like you get almost a free like a free pack, because it's like 65.
Yeah, but then you end up smoking.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's the thing though. But like what I'm really trying to say is like every time I get to that last pack, I'm like I could stop. Like I could.
Sure.
Like you ask yourself, like
you could, you like do a lot of things.
Like you sit there and you're like smoking. I've done it multiple times recently where I'm like, I don't even know if I need to go get one. And then I'm like, okay, I'll stretch this last pack. So I'm stretching it because it could be the last pack. And when I get down to like the last one, the last two,
panicking. Yeah.
Well, you're like,
what time is it? And you start checking the clock because at 7:30 you decided like, I'll be good.
Well, I haven't showered in like 2 days. I gotta
just throw a fucking beanie on and go.
Hey, Dan,
no, dude, I'm a big shower guy. I gotta shower.
This method. How about if you can make like a little device or something or somebody
that only allows one out a day or something?
No, but it would just allow you to have one. Okay, coffee time, and it would be like 6 a.m. And it would pop a little cigarette out with your coffee.
You need like little authoritarian robots, Michael. Little dystopian nightmare things like here's your ration for the day.
It's Chinese fucking Xi Jinping. Coffee time. Like,
we should make this up.
Thank you, master. Thank you. I fucking put it in my
No,
hey, at least I'm not smoking in my house.
That's what it's like up there, Michael, in the top of the simulation.
Yeah.
I want to invent that, and it would just pop it out. It'd be like, and you could like preset it, and it was locked in. It'd be like
that's what I'm saying. But you know what I would do? I'd just go buy more cigarettes. Cause fuck that box. No one controls me. Not even me. Not even I can control myself. No, I mean, cause I am addicted to nicotine. Absolutely. I'm not addicted to anything else. Masturbating, but I'm not addicted. I'm honestly not addicted.
I'm definitely a coomer. I'm definitely
yeah, 100%. I think about it every time I masturbate now. I'm like, is this my life?
Is this am I a coomer now? Then you think of those.
Is this just who I've become?
Yeah, you think of the weird videos we watch.
Sad. Mike, you should look up Coomer videos. Mike, did you look at your signal? Did you check your signal? I sent you the video, by the way, into the group chat. Everyone can watch it.
Okay.
Sean's already watched it.
Yeah, it's here.
Make sure you got your phone plugged in because it gets hot. Makes your phone kind of hot.
What do you mean it gets hot?
I'm just fucking at you. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Yeah, but tomorrow's just before we go. Tomorrow's a big day. Got a guy coming over. He's bringing his drum set. He's gonna help me record some stuff. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, cool.
Should be cool. Should be cool. Well, that was it. I don't know, man. Anyone got anything exciting for this next week?
Oh my gosh, what am I doing this week?
Work.
Hey, it's almost over though. You got what, like 11 days?
No. I'm putting my 2 weeks in on Friday.
2 weeks, Mike. You got to put it in now.
No, because they might just fire me. They might just say, "Well, don't even work 2 weeks."
Especially since you didn't sign that shit. Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna say, but yeah, I just.
Well, I mean, you got to put it next Friday because today's the 19th, so you're talking what, the 27th?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's the 26th or something. I think.
26th.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's the end of the month. So.
Or maybe it is 27th. I don't know. 20.
Whatever.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You ready? Have you been making your website?
No, not yet. I'm gonna do that all when I end it. I'll have more time to do that.
Fair enough. Mike's remodeling a room upstairs. God bless. You know, Gotta do it. You been going to church lately, son?
Who, me? No, not lately.
Oh, look, he's guilty. He's getting caught. I was joking. I don't go to church.
What are you doing? When was the last time you've been to church, Sean? Honestly, like you went to church. Not for a funeral or a wedding.
I want to say it was for the first Christmas Eve with Sarah, and I went with her family.
What about
That
you,
was
Mike?
probably the last time.
When's the last time I went to church?
Yeah.
Probably Christmas Eve.
Mine was with Carl, Daniel, your brother.
Oh, I went Christmas Eve by myself, midnight.
He got my ass, dude. He dragged me. It's like, fuck.
Come on, Dan, don't you want to go?
I was like,
you don't want to go?
Grandpa and Brenda and Big Carl and like.
When's the last time you went just on your own? Ever?
Never.
Never in my entire life.
Yeah, never have I actually gone. You think so? You've gone on your own, like of your own like choice. You just like woke up that morning.
I just went to Christmas Eve by myself.
Oh wait, you like the kids didn't go, the wife didn't go.
It's just me.
Damn. Why?
So I just wanted to go. I told you sometimes I like going.
Does it like? What do you think about when you're in there?
Well, Christmas Eve Mass is actually really beautiful. I don't know if you've ever been, but it's really
I've been plenty of times with you.
They got
when we were kids.
I don't know. They just got like I like the music and
it's pretty banging. Pretty hot chicks. Fucking the priest putting things in people's mouths. I dig.
No, it was cool because like they shut off all the lights and they had like stars on the ceilings.
Oh shit! This is like fancy. That's like fancy shit.
It's midnight.
When I was a kid, it was like, like they do the whole thing. I don't know. Like
dude, it was so awesome when church became way more liberal, or our parents became more liberal about church. You can go on Christmas Eve at like 7:00.
Yeah.
And just get it done and fucking over with.
Yeah. Like that was a blessing. Because midnight mass sucked.
I like midnight mass. I always like going.
Yeah, some people like the pageantry, Yeah.
That sounds like slave mind. It's a slave mind to me. But hey, I don't know, man. But I'm excited because I think this next week is going to be really good. I think it's going to be a good week. Everyone's going to have a good week. Mike got a last week on the job. Foster's getting older. Sean, you're getting older. I'm getting older. That's my week and recording. But I don't know. I'm going to let us know what you guys thought. And if you guys want to drop in on Sean's Monday night. Monday nights are his nightcaps.
That's right.
And then Wednesday at what time do you start those?
Usually you're on 10:00 Eastern. Same time we do ZooBox Live on Wednesdays every week.
At 10:00 Eastern. And obviously this is come check us out on there because this will be on Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, this will be available everywhere where fine podcasts are distributed. And if you'd like to know more about ZooBox, there's a bunch of links in the description for Facebook, for Instagram, for my Twitter, for Dan's Twitter. Also, leave a comment. Do you think we're living in a simulation? And if we are in a simulation, is our cum used to power the top world?
100%.
That's what I think. That's my running theory. Because listen, guys, I come all the time. I'm trying to put the work in. I'm trying to get it done up there.
What about for females?
Females, actually, I don't think females actually exist, Michael. I think they're just basically pleasure programs.
Oh, I see.
Just to give us balance,
Yeah.
Actually, you know what you find out, Michael? At the top world, everybody's male. Some of them just get spawned into female bodies.
Oh.
Think about that. We could all be married to men.
True.
Just, yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Dark thoughts. All right,
By the way,
everybody,
Coca-Cola's racist. Coca-Cola's racist. Telling white people to get rid of their whiteness. No Coca-Cola products we bought from me. I can't. Yeah. They're fucking racist, dude. Confronting racism. Understanding what it means to be white. To be less white is to be less oppressive, be less arrogant, be less certain, be less defensive, be less ignorant, be more humble, listen, believe, break with apathy, break with white solidarity.
whatever.
They're to be less white is what they're teaching people.
They're killing people out there with their.
I'm just saying. Listen, I can't watch Disney movies anymore. I can't fucking watch the NFL, the NBA,
nothing.
I can't fucking watch Netflix without them trying to sell me child porn. I can't even fucking have my electric grid all hooked up without the Chinese communist hands.
You can't even use that phone of yours.
Thank you, Uyghurs. This is actually a Japanese-made product. Thank you, Samsung.
Oh, well, you get off
North
on
that. Korean. I think Korean. But guess what, guys? No matter what, all the minerals that we get to make all these products, everyone's fucking using slaves in the world because it's called the Congo. So look it up.
Why are you using it?
Because, Michael, listen, you know why? Because fuck them. That's why. America is ultimate supremacy. I'm American supremacist. Just kidding.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Bye.